going? All right, why are we here? Well, normally, I've been thinking about my YouTube, and I fucking hate YouTube. I hate having to do videos for YouTube because I'd much rather be doing this. But I've also kind of promised myself I'm going to take a break from just releasing music, and I've gotten rid of a lot of the backlog, and I wanted to concentrate on the social media, which, trust me, I fucking hate doing. It's a time suck. So I figured, instead of sitting here showing you fucking records I bought 20 years ago, last week, yesterday, I started working on a whole bunch of songs which I wrote this time last year. And I've been kind of busy, preoccupied doing Fomorian and the Shredbeard show, that I've neglected this, and I want to get back to it, and because I really think this is something really special. And besides, everyone is showing albums, and I'm no fucking good at it. Like, I don't care if you like what I like. I don't care for someone reviewing a album that's 20 years old. We've all heard it. I fucking hate people who just sit there and rank albums. Certainly not doing reaction videos. And there's probably little I can tell you about the bands that fucking you like, So I wanted to do something that I'm probably more comfortable doing, and that's showing you, I guess, this process, which is really what I spend the majority of my time doing, So I want to bring you guys on this journey, I guess. And what I'm hoping to achieve is, you guys seeing what goes into me putting something out. Why? Fucking I don't know, because really I got nothing else to talk about. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy writing. I enjoy playing. I've gotten some new things for the studio. I've learnt a few new little tricks with toys that, things like this, tunings, I got these new studio monitors which make everything way easier when mixing, because believe it or not, like, these will lie. They fucking lie to you. You sound good in these, you sound shit through these. So I'm going to really sit down and take my time with this. And if this takes 6 months, 12 months, a year and a half, I don't really care, because this is the part that I enjoy. I like having it look a certain way, sound a certain way. The worst part about this is the end of it, when you've got that product in your hand and you start thinking about all the things that you wish you could have changed, what you didn't like about it, even songs that you don't like that are on the albums, all the releases. So I want to do something that shows you the process all the way through, and kind of give you guys the fucking anxiety that I have when I'm doing this stuff. And I guess the point of all of this is so I can have great content for YouTube, And I don't really care if anyone watches it. Like, I'd be lying if I said I'd be disappointed if 3 people watch it, but ultimately, when this thing eventually hits, it's still all my work. It's still got my name on it. There's people out there that, you know, buy a lot of my stuff, which I'm really thankful for. And I guess in the end, the releasing of it is the gift or the prize. You know, being able to look at it at the end and go, yeah, that was the best I could have done at that particular time. But there's a lot that goes into getting to that point, you know. Like right now, I've got 12 songs that have all been written and the parts have been played. But looking over it the last week, I've found that, you know, I wasn't a fan of how the drums sounded, which is a big deal for me because I play drums. And I wanted to know if I could make those sound better, more punchy. I don't want you to miss anything. The mistakes, what I did right, you know, how I fucked some things up. Like, some fuck ups are great, but I want you to be able to, you know, really hear it. And I spent a few days trying to replicate some of the drums that I played on these 12 months ago, which for whatever reason, you know, I couldn't do, or I kept going back to the original mix. And I even splurged a little and bought some triggers and some equipment to use the triggers, not just the triggers that are built into this drum kit, but some real fucking triggers. And I recorded them, and those triggers sound fucking amazing. Except they don't sound like something that I would do. They're too clean. They're too precise. But they sound like $1 million. The drums sound like they're fucking recorded in $1 million studio. Unfortunately, the rest of it sounds like it's recorded fucking right here, and that's the point. That's the whole point of this. Like, when I started, it was all about how much I could do with the limitations that I had. You know, not really being able to play, no idea how to record, definitely no idea how to promote, no idea how to release. And I kind of built that up over time, and I learned a few things and asked a few people, you know, how they did it. But ultimately, I learned it myself and made all the mistakes myself, can only blame myself. And I'm probably still making mistakes now, but I won't know that until the next one, you know. What would I have done better? But I think I want to perfect what I have sitting right here in this room right now. You know, it's great to have little toys like that which can add elements, but as soon as it becomes robotic, as soon as it becomes a machine, you know, I'm going to tap out. Like, I'm not going to... There's no satisfaction in having a machine play something for you. And before everyone out there with a fucking drum machine gets upset, this is just talking for me, for what I do, and for what I'm prepared to release. You know, I don't want anything out there that's not done by me. And I like getting people to play on my stuff, but at least that's a human being playing it, and then they give it back to me, and I've got to try and figure out the puzzle piece to put it in. So I guess with all this, I invite you guys, come with me through the ups and the downs and the exploration and the finding out new shit, and kind of be a part of this release. And by all means, if you see something that's can be done better, tell me. Fucking tell me. I'll try anything. I'm a sucker for information. You know, this last week I was listening to the new Rob Zombie and kind of goo goo garing over the fucking sound that he achieved. I've never heard a fucking album sound like that. And I look at my stuff and I'm like, why the fuck? You know, there must be a button I can push, a fucking level I can hit that'll make this sound at least half as good as that. And I have maybe 4 pieces of equipment to do that with. So that's probably impossible. But I don't know that. So I'm just going to keep trying. And along the way, I'll pick up new things and I'll learn new stuff. But until then, I'm just going to search for that sound. And it ain't going to sound like fucking Rob Zombie, but you know what I mean? Like the clarity, the power. I want to be able to produce something like that by myself, recording, mastering, and then coming down to release. Like instead of just dumping a CDR with a pretty cover, like I want it to mean something, and I want the package to represent the work that I've put in. And for that, I'll go outside of my comfort zone and I'll ask other people. I'll pay for art. But it's important to me too to go to artists that aren't, you know, the Mark Riddicks and the people that obviously have a career. It's the people that, you know, are like me, that are just plaguing away at this and just keep doing it. So I reach out and I get help in places I need help. But I want to get this through to the end. I want to be 100% happy with that. And you guys just fucking trail along. Have a look. And look, if you don't like this type of comment, I'm not going to go nerding out on equipment, because honestly, I don't know fuck all about it. I know what I've got, and it ain't much, so tech talk is going to be very minimal. This is probably just going to be anxiety, frustration, and probably one more piece of work that I didn't need to give myself. But hey, if I'm not releasing music, this is free, right? Should be able to fucking do something with this, even if to look back and laugh that you were fucking recording on this archaic bullshit. So with that, thanks. Hopefully this won't be as painful as the last one.